Economically, Las Vegas is doing very well. Now, when you compare that to the housing market, well, you look at the last 2 years, we were really on a hot streak. The housing market was very hot here, getting double digits, 23% increase in price appreciation year over year. And you look at where we're at today. Well, the Las Vegas housing market has hit the brakes on sales falling consistently. Now you see 7,000 homes on the market, where if you look at the previous 2 years, we didn't increase over 2,500 homes on average any month that I can remember. And you now look at the Las Vegas market, you say, well, economically we're doing well. What is the future of the housing market going to look like here in Las Vegas? All right, YouTubers, folks, what's going on? You guys know, hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell on these videos. I have a very interesting article that I want to talk about today that's about the winners and losers of this market and what's happened in the last 2 years and where do we see this market heading here in the future. And this article is, bringing up a lot of good points. We all know that Las Vegas is a very up and down, volatile market, and economically, overall, we're doing still well. But we still have some challenges that we have to face. And one of them is that the housing market is just unhealthy here. We still have shortage of homes. So I want to talk about in this video the winners and losers of this market shift we're starting to see due to higher rates. And where do I see this Las Vegas housing market heading to the end of 22 and also maybe to the start of 2023? Let's get right into this video. All right, folks, let's get right into this video. As you guys know, I'm a real estate agent out here in Las Vegas, beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. So this is a great city to be in. I've been here for now coming up on 20 years. If you guys are looking to buy a home out here, there's still buyers out there. Don't kid yourself. I mean, yes, the market's slowed down. Go to lvhomeprofessionals.com and check out the website that I have. It has a lot of properties on there that you can choose from, and maybe you guys find a home there, register. We also have in the links in the comment section, we have positioned ourselves to offer you as a person out there possibly looking to buy a house, pre-listed homes, also price reduction, homes that have slashed prices, and open houses that's going on, and also move-in ready homes from builders. So I want you guys to check that out, LV Home Professionals. Also check out the comment section in this video, because that's maybe where you guys can get started on getting the process of starting to buy a home. Now let's talk about this article and what's going on, winners and losers that's going on here in Las Vegas. Let's talk about the winners in the past 2 years. Well, the last 2 years it was on fire. We all know the market was going crazy here in Las Vegas. 23% increase in prices of homes year over year. And so why did it change? Well, it's not rocket science, right? It's just mortgage rates went up, consumer confidence started to fail, inflation started to happen. We're at 40-year highs on inflation. So the average person out there buying a house, primary sector or first-time home buyer, this is the second unhealthiest market to buy in here in Las Vegas, just because of the demand and also the low supply and the competition you deal with. So those buyers are the ones that really lost out, and they're losing out today as well with these higher rates. But buyers in general were the ones losing out. They lost in that market. Now, who were the winners in the last 2 years, that market or the markets we've seen, now that we see roughly 7,000 homes, a little over 7,000 homes in Las Vegas on the market? Well, the winners were the sellers of homes, right? If you owned a home and you're trying to sell your house, you got pretty much what you wanted. Now you look at the investors, cash investors. Didn't have to compete. Once you put that down, a cash investor is 4 times likely to get into a house than a primary homeowner. You also have to look at builders. Builders have lost a lot of money recently, but they were in charge. I mean, you go to a builder 2 years ago or even up until the last couple of months, it's whatever the builder wanted. Lot premiums, you better pay it. Incentives, only if we want to offer it. Prices kept going up, passing the cost to the consumer. So a lot of these builders, have seen people now walk away from these deals, even with earnest money deposit, which is money being held at the title company to reserve that lot for them, or whoever the buyer is. Those buyers are walking away. Why? Because these buyers can't afford these payments anymore. I've seen numerous people walk away from payments recently, $2,500, $3,000 payments. They're on a budget, and when you have inflation going on, they just can't afford it. People want to buy, but that sector, primary homeowner sector, or people that are just really trying to get into a house and pulling all the money they have, and they have just enough to get in, those are the ones that are on budget. Those are the ones that are really suffering, and they're the ones backing out of the house. There's a lot of people too that are backing out thinking, okay, this market's going to crash. We're starting to see a soften in the market here in Las Vegas, which we are, but there's still buyers, and we still have shortage of homes. And so you're going to consistently see prices, sustain themselves, and we won't see an appreciation position like we've had in the last couple of years, but we'll still, maybe hover around heading into 2022 to 2023. I feel we're still going to be at like 2 to 3% appreciation. Now, a lot of people think we're going to decline. Well, that is a possibility. I don't think anybody has a crystal ball and say, hey, this is exactly what's going to happen. But again, the winners of the last 2 years we just announced, and the losers were the buyers. This is shifting into a buyer's market. The buyers are ultimately going to win only if we can get the interest rates to come down if you're looking to buy a mortgage. There's a lot of cash buyers out there, a lot of people out there that still want to buy cash, but we are shifting into that market. The new losers of this market are going to be real estate agents, lenders, title reps. Investors are still going to hover around, but they're not going to get the same deals. You're not going to see the same opportunities potentially. And now you have roughly 7,000 homes. And the sellers of homes are seeing price reductions happening consistently now. And I think they're scrambling. People are, every time they go into it, it's like, oh, they have that psychological position like, hey, this is that market a year and a half. That's not happening anymore. You have more supply coming on the market, means that there's still demand. But hey, you know what? I got people calling me that's real estate agents going, hey, how did you get your client? Why did your client choose that house? And why did you close on that house in that same location? And they're curious why we chose that house versus their house. And we never got those questions before. We never had builders emailing me stating, hey, we have a move-in ready house, which the material costs and everything that's gone on with them, that has really changed the dynamic of what builders can make and the profits they make, and it's starting to cut into their profit margin. They have had the first decline in sales in the last recently from the previous 4 years. So this is the first time that they've seen a decline in sales, and we're starting to see this pattern moving into the end of 2023 or 2022 into 2023. So again, we're going to start to monitor this, but I think this is going to be a buyer's market. We're going to start to see more buyers out there. And you guys know I'm a real estate agent out there. So this is a big change. This is a big shift going on in the market, and everybody should be aware of this. There's still people buying. I just want people to understand that. It's just strategic buying. It's the people that maybe thought the market was too high at the time, that do have the capital, that are not worried so much about $100 to $150 swing on payment. They're going to still go in this market and buy just because now they think that, hey, they have an opportunity now, and they're not going to overpay for a house. So if you guys have any questions, it's Dan French. Please subscribe, like the channel, hit the notification bell. Also, go to LV Home Professionals. Check out our website. Check out the links below. Subscribe. We'll see you guys at the next one.